chaser. I'ma give it to you straight with no chaser. Straight with no chaser. I'ma give it to you straight with no chaser. What's going on? It's the one and only ManDeleon, the Al Capone of the microphone, and you are here and tuned in to ManDeleon, straight with no chaser. And thank you for joining me. And I know it kind of look a little different. I know it look a little different. I don't know. I'm trying something, man. So y'all gonna have to let me know what y'all think. I'm trying something. Yeah, so it looks a little different. So yeah, but I know you're used to the ManDeleon live in the back. But I don't know, man. Just this is what it really be looking like sometimes. So this is just a part of it. But anyway, it's the one and only ManDeleon, the Al Capone of the microphone. This is ManDeleon, straight with no chaser. And tonight, man, we're gonna be talking about time waits for no one. Right? Don't be thinking you got time to do stuff. Right? Don't be thinking you got time to do stuff, man. I know I probably should share it. I'm bad at sharing, so I hope folks just happen to get the alert or something, because I don't know. I'll be horrible. I'll be horrible at sharing. I don't be tripping about nobody, because I'm live, right? I'm live, but I can't so much trip about people not being in the live. As long as you get the message later on, you come back and check me out. It'd be much appreciated. I'm with it. All that. Oh, okay. I thought that was somebody for me. So yeah, but I see we got a few people up in here watching. So, but yeah, man. Like I say, by all means, come up in the chat. Let me just say something in the chat real quick. We about to get this thing started, man, because I'm trying to get situated. I mean, I'm situated, but hold up. All right, look, let's get it. So, like I say, man, time waits for no one. While you be thinking, that you got time to do some things, man, you know, it's 2024. And it's just like when you used to, when you was younger and you just feel like you just got all this time ahead of you, you know. But as I get older, like, you start losing people. You start losing people that people that you went to school with, people that you remember from the neighborhood, just people, that you might used to work with or something that whatever. Like, it's just crazy. And then, everybody that's dying ain't old, you be knowing people be passing and they be younger than you, like recently. And I'm gonna just get to it. Like recently, I woke up this morning, and like a lot of us do, you wake up, get your phone, see what time it is, whatever, start scrolling on stuff. And I just happened to be on, because I was checking my alerts. Then I click on the alert. But I'm scrolling, and I see that somebody that I knew passed away. And at first, I didn't recognize the person because it's been 25 years since I've seen this person, But when they said his nickname, I was like, oh, dang, my man, And it was crazy is that last time I seen this person, I actually did a song with dude. Like, it was like a cat I knew from the hood, from my neighborhood, you know. And I knew him through some people, but he was somebody that hung, with some of my people. But it was just one of those things. But I was older, I was doing music, I knew my man could sing, you know what I'm saying? I heard, he was older than me. He was like maybe my brother's in them age, so he was a little bit older than me. But it was just cool. Like I ran into him, was able to get my man on the track. Um, and it was crazy because after that I never seen him. You know what I'm saying? I never seen him again. He never even got a chance to even hear the song. He never got even a chance to hear his vocals or anything. And that, I mean, from the time that I ran into him, and he did them vocals, but it's just crazy now because I wake up this morning and I seen that he passed, and I was just like, wow, it's crazy. And it was something that I did like years ago. So you know, you just never know, man. And it's a nice little joint. I ain't about to play it because I'm on YouTube, but and I never really put it out there because, like I said, it was like years ago. Um, that I mean, it was a song that was actually on like an EP that me and my man did. I used to have a group called Retribution. Shout out to my man Silk. Um, you know, but it's just it's just funny, man. You know, I went to a funeral of a coworker last year, and we wasn't working together anymore. It had been like like 2 or 3 years since I worked with this person. You know, but it was just a simple fact that he was a cool dude, whatever. And I known him for years. Like we worked for the same company for a number of years through different locations. Through the same company. So that was my man. We was cool. So a couple people hit me up like, hey, and it was just, you know, but I went like it was probably like an hour and some change away from where I stayed. But I went and paid my respects and the whole nine. But it's just one of those things, man. You just think you got time. Um, I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm in my room and I looked over and there's a picture of my mom. And like I said, when you think you got time, you know, it ain't what you think, you know. Um, because there's a lot of conversations I wish I could still have with her. Like a lot, you know. My mom and my dad. I wish they could have I wish there was, where they could have met my wife, you know. Um, that'd have been cool. They could have met Gigi. And I know my pops would have loved her. Oh my God. And my mom would have loved her too. It would just been two different. Uh, but not to, not to dwell, but I'm gonna do that when it comes to whatever, you know. Um, but it's just one of those things. Like everybody go through something. Everybody done lost somebody. Um, you know, and everybody cope with it different. But the one thing is that you know, sometime, I told my wife, um, after she dealt with a loss, that you gotta a lot of times, this uh triumph come from tragedy, right? And I know a lot of times you don't really want to look at it like that. When you're dealing with something, you don't really, when you're dealing with that grief, it ain't a lot that you could really say to somebody, you know. But a lot of times, people find strength in doing other things, and people find strength in doing things they might not have done before, or finding new avenues, or things to keep their mind off things, or to stay busy, or whatnot, because like I say, you be thinking you got, you know, you be thinking you got time to mend relationships sometime, and you don't, you know. Um, so like even myself, man, I make a conscious effort, even in my own family, um, to mend some stuff. I mean, I ain't saying like I'm a perfect person, and I ain't saying I got beef with people, but it's people that's amongst me that got beef, let's say, and I always, and in some cases, I was always the mediator, or I was always stuck in the middle. So, um, you know, it's just one of those that, like I'm saying, you want to be able to. Let me say this. Let me say this. How about this? Let me say this. Um, give people their flowers while you can, right? Give people their flowers. Like if it's somebody that you love, man, tell them that you love them. Or, or not only that, show people that you love them. If it's somebody that's out there that that you rock with, you know, like, it's easy to say. A lot of people say, like, and my wife said on her shows every morning, like, you never know what somebody's going through. She be saying some stuff like smile at people. I'm not gonna tell y'all all of that. I'm not taking her stuff, and I'm not gonna say what she says, but she says this. But like smile at people you meet and all this thing, because you never know what people dealing with, right? You never know what somebody else is going through. You know, you might come in joking one day because you in a joking mood, and somebody, they ain't feeling it right now. Y'all might joke all the time. But sometimes you gotta feel the energy in the room. Sometimes you gotta feel the temperature, man, and know that, like, this ain't right now. Might not be the right time, right? But I'm saying, so feel that energy. Um, give people their flowers. You know, give people their flowers while they here, man. Like, it's a lot of people that, like, I want to think. I want to thank. I don't want to think. I want to thank. There's a lot of people that I want to thank. I said it again. That I want to thank. Um, that and made an impression on me growing up, or made an impression in my life. At some point in my life that it was, that that helped me go in a in the direction I went, or like in a positive way though. Something that something that I'm grateful for. What right? So something that I feel like I want to be able to do that. Um, but see the problem with that, right? Sometimes you do that, and you just don't know how people gonna take it. You don't know how somebody might take you being just because some people just you be like say something to people, or you know because they get approached on social media a lot. Some they might think it's Spanish. Or I don't even remember you. What do or but like there's people that might make an impact on your life, right? Or you might make an impact on somebody's life without knowing it, right? So if that person approaches you and say, "Look, you did this and that for me," I mean, you gonna be surprised, like I never knew, I didn't know, whatever. Like I was just being me, whatever, whatever. But embrace that, right? I'm saying embrace that love that somebody's trying to give you, right? Reciprocate that too, you know. um, because it's easy to it's easy to be the other way, right? And you can have somebody that would have been a ride or die, or a ride for you, or just a fan of you, and then you ever you ever meet you ever meet like somebody that you that you thought was a celebrity, or just somebody that you was a fan of, and then you meet them in person, and it just ain't like it ain't what it was all cracked up to be. And you be like, man, for real, like now you only want to watch their movies or listen to their music or whatever they are, right? You get people that's like that, right? But I met a lot of people that was solid. Like I met a lot of people that was cooler than you would ever think. Um, you know, I met people that what I'm saying that was either famous now or was famous a long time ago with they, but whatever celebrity they were, right? Um, but they was just I met people that they was just down to earth. I met a lot of real people that wouldn't like on that BS. But a lot of times when you meet people that got a stank attitude, they normally ain't really that big. Right? You meet somebody with a stank attitude, usually they ain't really that big. Like, really, they just like so. What am I looking for? Oh, here. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They ain't really like popping all like that. But yeah, man. Um let me see what's happening. I was kind of expecting. Okay. Yeah, so but like I say, man, right now I'm just a little more or less um just more or less reflecting, you know? Cause everything ain't always gotta be a bunch of rah-rah, right? I mean, this ManDeleon straight with no chaser. I don't know. I ain't gonna give it to you no other way, right? But everything don't have to be a bunch of controversy, a bunch of Hold on, let me see this. That wasn't nothing. A bunch of everything don't have to be about that. You know, but it helps to take time and reflect and have gratitude and thank those that helped you along the way, whether it was mentally, physically, whether somebody just did something for you that might not have been no big deal to them, but it meant a lot to you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of people, man. Like it was this guy, and I'm gonna thank him publicly. It was this guy that grew up like across the street from me, like basically like across the field. You know what I'm saying? On the next block, across the football field on the next block. But he ended up being a gospel artist. And I went back home one year, and somebody that I knew, had like a CD, and I was like, oh, let me check this out, right? So, you know, he had a couple joints, on there, and I ended up moving. I ended up moving to Atlanta, um, and that CD got me through some rough times, you know. And it's just something. It's just stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, man, I appreciate that. Matter of fact, and it was so crazy. I ran across the CD like yesterday, and I think I took it in the car. I think I took it in the car. I ran across the CD yesterday, and yeah, it was a CD, and yeah, I could play CDs in my car. My car old enough where it got CD capability. It's not that old, but it look nice. But yeah, Charles Wolford, right? Great gospel artist. Um, I know some people that's good people that I don't know him personally no more. I was a kid. He was like my oldest brother's age. I don't, you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like nothing like that, but he was always a good dude, you know? But that CD, I'm gonna tell you, what's the name of that? What's the name of the CD? It was The Covenant. It was with him, Charles Wolford and The Covenant. Man, it was I wish I'm so unprepared. It was a couple songs, and I ain't gonna sing them. But it was a couple of them joints, man, that just got me through, man. And I'm just like, you know, I'm just thankful, you know. That's all. What's going on with you, Emma? Thank you. Emma saying hello, peace and blessings, King, bro, to you and your queen. Appreciate that, mama. Yeah, I'm just up in here talking about time waits for no one. And just more or less want to give people their flowers, you know. Um, but it's a lot of people. Like I really wouldn't, and I'm unprepared. Like I'm really unprepared. So I don't want to be naming people and they're not giving them their proper due or their accolades or all the stuff they done or and not for me, just for I mean, if I mention somebody's name and they're actually, somebody that's, you know, even like my man I mentioned, I mean, but I don't, but I don't, I didn't feel like I, giving him enough credit by not naming all his accolades and stuff like that. So, you know, but appreciate it. She said Rasta sending love too. Appreciate it. What's happening? What's happening? And we also got the lovely Miss Cat. What's going on with you? You see her. She said hello, everybody. Miss Carolyn Gardner. Let me get it right. Let me get it right. Excuse me. Let me get it right. Let me correct myself. Excuse me. But thank you. And but like I'm saying, man, you know, and like I'm doing something different, right? It's not the ManDeleon live in the background. I'm doing something different. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Um But this is ManDeleon straight with no chaser. Tonight we talking about time waits for no one. Just talking about giving people they props, showing love to folks, you know, um, and just meeting people where they at sometime. You know, we got another brother that slid up in here. Not only is he a brother, his name is the Jungle Brother. What's going on, Jungle? We got my man Jungle. He said, "What's going on, man?" He said, "Yo, ManDeleon." That's how he said it. Cause he from he from up north. So he said it like yo, like MTV Raps. But yeah, man. Tonight we talking about time waits for no one. Um, and just and that you gotta get up, get out, and do something. Right? Um, she said, "I'm not taking people for granted." Right? Right. Exactly. And that's what I'm saying, man. You know, there's a lot of people that, man, I love my queen. She does so much for me. I like everything I do for her is like I feel like I owe her. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing stuff because like out of obligation or this and that. I feel like I do what I do because I feel the love. So it's only right that I get that. You know. My man Jungle said, "Nah, I ain't doing nothing much." Al Capone on the microphone here, supporting you, brother. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Yeah, appreciate it. But yeah, man, I appreciate everybody that's up in here. Um, Not only that, at some time during the show, um, for let me see how long I've been on. No, it's usually about this time. At some time in the show, I give it a chance for my people in the audience that's or been playing in the background to actually join in to the show and actually, um, you know, um, come in and chop it up with your boy, the one and only ManDeleon, the Al Capone of the microphone. And if it's something that you would like to get off your chest or something that you want to talk about in particular, we can talk about it. The link is in the chat. That is on ManDeleon Live on YouTube. So if you're on there, and it's actually on the Facebook link too. So I think you can click on there also. If you want to chop it up with me and come into the live, um, just in case you you like, yo, if you feel like I'm rambling, but um, I ain't sipping the tea. And I don't know, man. Y'all gotta let me know what y'all. I don't know, man. I'm trying something different. Should I rock with this or should I go back to the ManDeleon Live background? I don't know. But it's 2024. 2024. Time to do a little something different. And not only that, my lovely queen is in the building. We got the lovely, lovely, girly girl up here. What's up, JJ? Look, man. Oof, oof. I'm about to come in there where you at. She's not asleep. My queen, she normally sleep around this time. So, maybe she's somewhere. I don't know. She probably ain't looking like that right now. If she looking like that right now, she go be in her room and come in or come in here with me. Get close to me. Like, like old times. If you know, you know. Yeah, man. But like I say, man, I'm not so much. I'm acting like I'm trying to stick to this topic, but it is what it is, man. I done talked about it. It's a free fall from that point. But it's good to see some good people up in the chat, man, and the whole nine. You know, everybody shouting everybody out. You know what I mean? Just showing love and boy, look, they don't even know. Like, wifey called me. Oh no, I called wifey back today. I was at work and I'm walking out the building, and my office is like not attached to the building, so I'm going into my office. So I'm walking outside, and there's a dude who worked for like another company or whatever. But I answered, wifey called me, and so but I got it on. I mean, I called her and I got it on speaker because I'm headed to my office. So that's what I normally do, talk to her on speaker in my office. But when she answered the phone, it was all like, "Hey, baby," like that Gigi voice. And dude was like, "Damn, who is it?" Woo! I said, "Man, that's my wife. Don't she sound sexy?" Right? And sure enough, later on, he was like, "Yeah, man, whoever you look, I'm in the hall." He was like, "Yeah, well, whoever you was talking to, man, woo, yeah, man, that's my wife." I say that proudly, my queen. Showing love. So definitely, you know what? I think I did. So I think I made an error earlier too, but it's all good though. It's all good. It's all good. Oh, so um, I be having conversations with Gigi sometimes, and like I dislike when people do stuff for effect, right? I really got an issue with people that just like, or I got an issue with people insulting my intelligence, right? Like you would say something just thinking you just think you talking to these average old simple ass clowns you be normally talking to, and you just say what you saying, not knowing what you saying don't affect me. And not only that, I'm sitting there looking at you sideways, like, what the hell you really, it's like when you know somebody don't know no better, you know. But a lot of times I be thinking like I want to address it because I could say some, like if I say these things, you know, sometimes people get in their feelings and think I'm talking about them. Who said that? What's that song? What's her name? What's her name? I want to say I want to get her name right. Back in the day, somebody help me with it. The name of the song is "You're So Vain." I bet you think this song is about you. And I know that I can say stuff, and I think I've been very general in my speaking, but and then I'm a Cancer, so I know sometimes when the words that I say, sometimes they cut deep because I'm slick with my wordplay, and no, not Janet Jackson, man. Janet Jackson. No, it's somebody like it's an old school chick. Um, Old school. God, I can't think of her name. Like 70s, 60s. It's like uh um somebody, I got some old heads in here. Can't nobody help me with "You're So Vain. I bet you think this song is about you, don't you, don't you?" Anyway, somebody know what I'm talking about. But and I can't think of her name. I want to give her props. But yeah, it's just like I know if I be saying these things though, even though folks act like they don't be seeing what folk be doing. Somehow they'll see that. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Gardner. Carly Simon. That's why I'm saying it was a name that was a name. Like it was right, Carly Simon. And I was thinking like somewhere else and I didn't want to get it right. That's who that is. Right? Old school. That's what I'm saying. I got some people in here like somebody know what the hell I'm talking about. I ain't tripping. But and that was a deep ass song when you think about it, because when they really did it, they probably was really talking about that person and then know and thinking, like, you think I'm talking about you. That's deep. That's deep. Uh and like I said, she got it right. Right. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And that was a guess, but no. But I appreciate it. I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate the participation because I didn't know. I couldn't say the name. I was just trying to figure it out. Like I'm saying, whatever. But hey, I don't know if y'all seen last week's show, because last week was my was the first show of return of season 3, and it took a turn. Like I didn't expect for it to take a turn that it did, because I actually invited people into the to join the live, and somebody joined the live, and it got lively. I don't see her here tonight, because even then she said she just got off work, so ain't no telling. She might be at work. But woo. And it was what was I talking about last? It don't even matter. It was a season, but not only that, man. It's not the season 3 is not gonna be like this. I'm gonna actually have some guests, like always. I'm gonna actually have some people, some planned guests, and the whole nine. You know what I mean? And have me some. I'm gonna actually have some interviews. Um, you know, it's just like I've been I've been on a journey, man. I've been on this journey of change. So I ain't in no hurry. Right? It's no pressure. It's no pressure. I'm the pressure. Cause pressure busts pipes, and and the water running when it's too below. If you don't get that, I ain't saying you're slow, but never mind. I'm just on one. But yeah, man. And I think I don't know, I think I kind of feel funny because I don't even know if I'm used to this, And that's actually a movie's premiere I went to. Shout out to my man Kahim, the director. That's me and Gigi went to that movie premiere. The movie's called Marvelous. I think it's just now on Prime, and it's probably on Tubi, something like that. But shout out to Kahim, the director. Um, yeah, yeah, my man, nice with it. Great movie. Old school vibe, about a singing group from like the 60s, and how they came about, and just one of those, one of that type, just that good vibe joint, you know what I mean? So yeah, we went to the theater and seen it. It was ill. So shout out to them, man. And actually may have him on the show this season. Um yeah, that'll be coming soon, hopefully. Not booked, but claiming. Right? But yeah, man. I'm a let me see. Am I doing too much? and and being that it's season 3, I'm debating because I used to have a segment last season, called "Get It Off Your Chest," but I think I don't know, man. Like I felt like I was I don't know. I felt like I was angry a lot. You know what I mean? And I think now going forward in 2024, um, I'm gonna be like unbothered. You know, it's some things like it's so crazy because it's like one of my new models is going to be from a song that came out in the '90s by the Double X Posse, called "Not Gonna Be Able to Do It." Right? That's why I'm like, cause listen, man, I'm a, I'm on something else, man. You know, I mean, because people are try you. People are try you, right? They they'll invite you to something, but expect you to drive, right? You ain't even know. They'll pay for your ticket, but you gotta drive everywhere and then be accountable. Or listen, man. Listen. Let me. I'm about to see. I know I should be open because this is like an open forum. And even though I'm sitting there and I could talk about some things that none of y'all would really not know about, I'm just I'm still somebody that always been tight-lipped, right? Like, cause I was raised different, right? I'm cut from a different cloth, you know. And so many times, and where we grow right now, these folks out here, it's like loose lips sink ships. Like they out here like sinking Titanics on the daily. Like that's child's play, right? Because we in the age now where folks can't wait to go run and tell it. You know, they can't wait. It's like all it's for like entertainment value. You know, it's like we like cats ain't got no integrity or no morals. Like I'm saying, we was we was raised different where we was talked to, and when I say we was taught to, like by elders, you know, older people, whether if it was, you know, if you ain't, if you might not have had your dad in your life, but you know, somebody you had an uncle or elder, the dude at the stove, somebody talked to you, the pastor, the deacon, somebody had a conversation with you, right? And try to get you on the right path because they seen you was on some foolishness, or just had those conversations with you where, you know, I'm gonna just give you a little gem here there. You know, you gonna take that with you and you figure it out. But somebody had a conversation with you. Nowadays, it's just like ain't nobody told them nothing but a bunch of foolery, but a bunch of tomfoolery, but a bunch of, you know how they show those pictures like back in the day, and you know, in these cities, and they like black and white, and they be like black folks, and they be dressed, and they be nice, and they be suited, and they proud to be like that. It's because, you know, they was tired of being looked upon as not being like that. So you took pride in not being what folks thought of you. And now it's like, I don't, you know, it's one thing that, like, you can have, I don't give a, you know, attitude. You can not give a damn about a lot of stuff. But yourself, you don't give a damn about yourself. I don't know. Maybe I'm reaching, but they don't. You know, it's just like, and this ain't me like bashing younger generations or nothing, because I'm not even saying that. I didn't even say anything about. Well, I'm not bashing the younger generation because that's not what I'm getting at. Because that's not everybody, and a lot, you know, that's not everybody. But there's a lot of us that it just ain't nobody just having that conversation with them. You know, there's a lot of young men that's doing their thing, and they making figures, and they making folks proud. It's a lot of them. But the problem is that ain't what we see. That's not what's projected. That ain't what we hear about. That ain't what's fed to it. Like, I don't watch the news. I don't watch the news no more. You know, ask Gigi. I don't watch the news no more. I can get the weather off my phone, right? Because I don't want that projection. I know what it is. I understand it. I get it. I know why they do what they do. So there's no need for me to, I'm cool. You ain't telling. Like when I grew up, right? From my dad, it was like, if you ain't watching the news, you don't know what the hell going on. You need to know what's going on. You need to, you know. But when I was younger, I was not always involved, but either around or aware of situations that was newsworthy that never made the news, right? That never made the news. So it's funny to me, like, how do they pick what goes on the news? Then it got a little deeper as I got older. As I got older, I realized how they do it. And not because I'm like, I think I know. ManDeleon went to TV and radio broadcasting school at some point in Ohio, where they teach you. And all our instructors were people that was in the business. Like when we learned how to do the weather that day, it was the dude that was on that you watch every night to do the weather on TV on whatever station that was. And it wasn't from one station. And when we was searching, doing stuff from the radio, it was the people from the station. So it was people that was in the profession that taught the class that you work with, that came and spoke in the whole nine. So, because I was that guy that asked that question, that didn't make sense to me. Like, why we hear the same 10 songs on the radio at hour after hour? And the guy told me, he said, listen, he said, when you get in your car, how often you in your car? Because that's when you listen to the radio, right? Yeah. How often you in your car? I don't know. I mean, when you get in your car, if you drive to the store, you might be in the car with 10, 15 minutes. Or if you're driving to work, you might, most people might work 15, 20 minutes away from wherever. You listen to radio, you want to hear one of your favorite joint. So you go and hear, so when you get in the car, you want to be like, oh, that's my, right? The issue is if you somebody and you at work, say you work in a factory or I don't know, or you work in an office and you listen to the radio all day at work, you gonna hear them saying 10 songs all day at work because they playing them same songs every hour on the hour. Right? Um, and Jungle said, when I say I don't watch the news, he said, you don't want to be programmed. There's a lot of fake news these days. Trust me, bro, I understand. And I know that. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's like even how they tease like a story. Like, you ever watch the news and as soon as the news like, oh, they tease this one story and they tease it all through the whole entire newscast. And when they get to it, they talk about whatever that topic is. Now, I don't know whether if it's tragic, whether if it's cute and adorable, whatever. When they talk about it, they're going to talk about it for a total of 15 to 30 seconds. That's it. Tops. It's not even going to be a long story. It's going to be, trust me. Don't take my word for it. Watch the news and let them tease something all the way to the end and watch how long it take them to say. And like we were saying, and we went to here, and this is what happened, and then they make it all exciting, and then you be like, man, this is it. I waited to see they kept going back to commercial just to show this. Miss Carolyn said, yo, Miss Gardner says too much negativity on the news. Yo, for real. Jungle said radio is 75% commercial these days. you know it is like, you know, you're right, like but not on this station. Hold up. Hold up. You can go to that station right there, theloveradio.com. Yeah, that right there. Ain't a bunch of commercials on there. Not yet. Hey, but like I'm saying, man, and I'm glad y'all picked up on that. And see, y'all about to make me go deep. I'm trying to keep from, you know, because some people don't be getting it. So, like, listen what my man said right here. You didn't want to be programmed, right? They call it programming, right? They broadcast programming. That's what they're doing. It's the little stuff, man. It be so subtle. You gotta realize, like, and who's in control of it. Like, it's like I'm giving you control of what I see and what I take in. Like, I woke up one day like I don't want to start my day like that. Like, you wake up and you click on the TV and all you see is lights and you know, and sirens. Somebody got at some apartment complex or something, right? Crazy part, crazy part, true story. Crazy part, and Gigi will tell you. Crazy part, I woke up one morning. Gigi woke me up one morning and was like, babe, on the news. Like, ain't that your job? Right? Ain't that your job on the news? At the apartment? Oh, and I gotta go to work. I'm like, oh yeah. What the hell? What the hell going on? What I'm about to get in, what I'm about to walk into today? Yeah. Right? And it was something crazy. Trust. Look, man. I used to have dangerous jobs, you know? I mean, hey, it is what it is. But it's like you don't even realize it. Like, like you ever watch the cartoons that we used to grow up watching? Like, and, you know, you do it for like nostalgia, right? You ever grow up like when, you know, we watch Bugs Bunny and stuff, right? And then like these cartoons we used to watch got all these like side notations, like these little sidebars that's not for us, right? Because if I'm 8, it's some stuff like you might have learned about stuff in school. Like, let me keep it simple for you. If they told you about Benedict Arnold, right? He said, you're a Benedict Arnold, like on the cartoon. You ain't learn if you 6, you ain't learned about who that is yet until you got in the whatever grade that they taught you that, right? Point being. So a lot of stuff that they was talking about, you didn't really comprehend. You was just like, I'm watching cartoons, it's funny. But your parents that was watching, they got it, right? Not like watching Family Guy, because the cartoon was meant for us, but on the notation, it was really, you know, all the other stuff that Bugs was saying that was really fly, you know, and you ain't realize, you know, we ain't realize Bugs was flamboyant. What my man Jungle said, he said, like college football teams are programmed. They're programming you, lying saying that you're a student, but in reality, you just working to make them billions. Hey, ain't that what it's about? It's all an industry. no matter what industry you in, you ain't working for yourself, you working for somebody. You know, if you ain't really independently, you know, like, they looked at Dame Dash crazy. He was telling folks like, no, no. And he was telling them folks, he'd be like, yeah, but you can't, like, if you gotta listen, man, if you gotta take a day off and you gotta go talk to somebody about it, if you sick and you gotta go let somebody know that you ain't gonna make it in because you sick today, you ain't working for you gotta answer to somebody. If your actions of what you do, if your actions could have you at the unemployment office because you raised up on somebody, or because you expressed your dislike or opinion and somebody didn't agree with it and you lost your job. I'm just saying, it ain't you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta answer to somebody. And ain't nothing like these people be trying to keep their foot on your neck, right? They tell you how old you gotta be to retire. They tell you how old. They tell you gotta be this old because they figure like when you get at least this old, you can't really do shit for us anyway. Your production gonna be down, but we gonna work you all the way up until we gonna get all that production up out of you. Cause we wouldn't train to be entrepreneurs, and we was trained just to be workers. That's another show. That's another show. Cause you know, I can go down that rabbit hole. I can do all that conspiracy theory, whatever. I'm trying not to. My man said NFL teams are called franchise instead of programs because each team is ran the same way. Uh, Pick the players from the same pool. Each McDonald's got the same menu. Each NFL team play the same. Yeah, it's called an outline. It's called structure. It's called this is how we do it. Look, and I get it. So let me see if I can say it in a different way. Okay, so look, and I know this ain't even. I'm not about to explain that like I thought I was, but because I'm just about to say what I was watching the other day, and we ain't finished watching it. And Gigi asked me if we was gonna finish watching it because she ain't never watched it before, and at first she didn't want to watch it, and then when I rewound it and then realized all the people that's in this movie, then she wanted to watch it because it started getting interesting. I'm talking about Bingo Long, the Bingo Long All Stars and the Motorcade, right? Which y'all know about that, right? Billy D. Williams, um, um, James Earl Jones, Richard Pryor. You dig? Anyway, in the movie, um, they baseball players. This is the Negro League. Um, and they was getting paid like $5 a game and all this and that. But it was just like the owners was foul, even though they was brother, they was foul. And so Bingo went and got his own all-star team and then start paying his dues. And you see what I'm saying? Will we getting better pay because they didn't appreciate our work. You was treating us like you was treating us. Because when you're comfortable and feel like there ain't no other way, and you're lazy, they're gonna do you dirty. They're gonna keep doing that. And you know what they're gonna tell you? You know what they're gonna tell you? I ain't make you stay here. You could went and got another job. I actually seen people tell people that. Like, I ain't keeping you here. You can go get another job. Right? The problem is, who likes going to look for another job? Problem is, who likes going on these interviews? Who likes nobody, right? And even then, you're at these people's whatever. Somebody got a bad day and their opinion and blah 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 and all of this and that. And then you dealing with what they had to argue with they dude or they chick. You know my problem used to be, and I swear this is me. This is me. I had a problem with chicks that I would go places that I felt like, and this is my own opinion. It's not confirmed, but I had issues with these folks because I reminded them of somebody that did them dirty. Like you could tell. Why you coming at me, talking to me like I know you, like we was in a relationship? Like, chick, I don't know you, but you coming at me like we was in a relationship, trying to explain something to me. Like, chick, I ain't your dude. I ain't that dude. That ain't me. I don't know if I look like him. I don't know if I said something to remind you of that dude. I ain't him. You be trying to go get a job somewhere and the chick be all bitter and trying to take it out on you. Man, get up out of here. All right? Man, look. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you tonight. But we're gonna come back with a guest. With a guest next week. We're gonna have a guest next week. And I got some people I need to talk to. Right. And they'll tell you that because they know you ain't going nowhere. Right. They be like, you ain't going nowhere. Right. And then they be like, they really be needing you. But listen, then they don't want to give you no raise either. But when you leave, they're gonna have to pay two people what they were. They're gonna have to pay two people to do your work. You know what I mean? To do the work that you was doing. Trust me, when I leave, they got to pay three people to do the work I do in my job. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, man. You know? But they don't realize it. They think they saving money. But it don't last long. It don't last. It don't last. It don't last, man. But I'm just saying, 2024 is so different, man. The vibe is just so different. Like the dirty is being exposed, Joe. Like the foul Philistines is being exposed. Like the truth will set you when they see. Listen, the problem with when they say the truth will set you free, it ain't what you think. Sometimes it ain't the person in general that's being set free, right? Because somebody else's truth will set you free. Because them lie might have been told on you, but when the truth come out, you be set free. It ain't what you think, bro. Oh yeah, bro. Yeah, it's a perfect time for change. It's a perfect time for change, bro. It's perfect. See, this is when folks get comfortable. This is when people get comfortable, and this is when they get relaxed, or this is when they get stagnated. Because they be like, oh, we better chill. No. No. It ain't chill time. It's time to kick down the door. It's time to kick down the door. Oh, well, hold up. Let me see. Oh, she said, you know, that's right. And he mean change in regards to job. Oh, well, like I say, man, change could be good. Like, I get it, right? Like, but even for me, like, I feel like I'm burnt out, right? Like I'm doing what I do now, and I don't got a problem with what I do, but I just feel like I'm overworked, underpaid, and underappreciated, and I expressed it, so it ain't just me like being on one. Like I expressed it in those words, um, because this is ManDeleon straight with no chaser. That's real. That's how I really am. Um, but then when you let me know what that's about, like you say, they be like, "Oh, you ain't going nowhere." Like, okay, yeah, I'm here until I'm not. And on that note, man, I'm about to get up out of here. Um, but if y'all want to catch me for maybe like another hour, I might indulge. Y'all want to catch me on TikTok for another hour, I might indulge in some good music on the Love Radio for a little bit, man. Uh, Miss Gardner said it's time for your eyes to be open to what's really going on. You said it. You said it. And that's what it's about, you know. But yeah, I might slide over there for a minute. I don't know. We're gonna see. Maybe just for a second. Enjoy some little good music before I turn it in. But you know, like on that little note, my man Jungle said, yeah, we got it. Yeah. Boy, because I just don't want I'm good. Cause you know what? Because I don't feel no ill will. I'm just like in a good place. I'm in a good space. Like I'm not bothered. I'm unbothered by the BS regardless. Like you can talk bad about me. You could do what you want to do. I'm unbothered. It's ManDeleon, the Al Capone of the microphone. I'm out of here like a breeze through the trees, and when I'm gone, I'm taking all the leaves. Much love and success. Y'all stay blessed.